Apparently I have a new friend, I guess. Now he wants to follow me around. Go figure. Oh, the endeavors of getting more keys programmed in my car has become a mission. So I first went to the locksmith, and he didn't even want to attempt it, but he tried. And of course he couldn't get any keys to program. So then I went and took this to the dealer, and they tried and they couldn't do it. Guy told me there's something to add to the car, it's blocking the signal. So basically the way the car is now, the trunk button on the dash will not open the trunk unless the car is running. And what I've just cut on now, you can't unlock the back doors with the car running. I think the car has to be off. Or not, I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out. Cars like Christine. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I don't know. Never did figure out the pattern. And lastly, this trunk button just makes it do this. So, before I tore the dash apart to look for a phantom box connected to the car, I decided to Google. Not a whole lot out there. I think it took me maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, checking forums, changing different keyword searches, and what I found is apparently there is a fleet key on this car. I guess when they send them out to, I guess it's done by the manufacturer, I don't know, but basically there's an RF hub in the trunk, controls the door locks, the trunk, and some other various things of the car. And apparently there is a mode called fleet-alik. Apparently it's turned on in my car because it's doing all the symptoms. And apparently that fleet-alik mode will not allow you to program any keys to the car. Now I've already dropped $65 for an attempt to get my keys programmed. That was money just fizzled. The dealer didn't know anything about it, so I'm hoping today when I get there that they will be able to reprogram the RF hub. So when it's successfully done, the current key I got that does work with the car will never work again. Apparently, I guess there's 3 different frequencies, and I'm not really sure. There's not even documentation of what it is. So I don't know if my key will work other cop cars down in New Philly. Not sure. I don't even know how that would work with the door locks with the remote. So if they cannot get that to program, then my other option is going to have to be that I'm going to have to replace that RF hub and have it reprogrammed at the dealer. And that creates a new problem because the ignition and let's see, the tire sensors, the ignition, a big chunk of this car is not going to work if I swap that hub, which means that I'm going to have to replace the RF hub in the dealer parking lot or have the car towed there. So, yeah. All to get more keys for this car. So, I don't want to come to that, so if they can't do it, I'm going to have to call a bunch of goddamn dealers. I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to call around the state. I may have to drive to a different state, I don't know, to get these goddamn keys done. So as of right now, I lose this key, something happens to this key, my car's a paperweight. So apparently the ignition module and push start is wireless. So, and there's some sort of encryption. So it's not like I can just, engineer or something. So, they made these much, much more complicated. So the computer won't even run the engine. It's not like I could turn the motor, but it's not going to run. So hopefully at the end of this video I'll have success. If not, one or two things are going to happen. The car's not going to start when they do it, and they can't program any keys to it still, or it'll be a success. So we'll see what happens. Well, we now got an update. A little nervous because for sure it'll spent, and I have a key programmed in my car, and so the mechanic let me go back there, and I guess I don't know why they did that. I guess to see if I don't know if I could help or whatever. But anyhow, where's my air conditioner on? So he turned the fleet-alik off, and unfortunately my truck button still doesn't work. But lost my train of thought. His key would not program to the car, the dealer key. Now I bought 2 keys off Amazon, and thank God they worked. So they programmed in the car, and now I got 2 keys. So whatever reason, his key would not work with my car. So whatever it is, yeah, it is what it is. So the mechanic was confused as to why the dealer key wouldn't work. He even went to change the batteries. So you folks out there that buys a police car and you can't get the keys programmed, you're gonna have to go to the dealer and do what I did, and you gotta get fleet-alik turned off in the RF hub. So that's the issue. That's why it wasn't taking keys. So now I can't explain why his key wouldn't work unless they ordered another fleet key, which is possible. If he looked up my VIN, maybe he ordered another fleet key. You know, I don't know how that all works in their back end. But I know when I bought, and these keys are different. They don't say Dodge on them. In fact, the only one that says Dodge is the spare key, the emergency key, I mean, because I pulled that out of my old remote, and this was my original remote. It'll never work again. So I don't know if I'm gonna mail this to the police department or what, but can't program it, can't do nothing with it, can't give it to someone else to program. So I don't know if they have any other cars down there. I don't even know if there's no info on it. I don't even know how it would work with the door remotes, because if you got 2 cars together, how does this work? I guess it's black magic. So maybe in time, maybe the trunk button will work, because I got 2 remotes together, and I think it's kind of messing with because I got in here and it said the key wasn't detected, and eventually it started detecting it when I got in the car. And I read somewhere that if you have 2 key fobs together, that it'll do that sometimes. So I'll find out later. But the main thing that I guess that I really cared about is having an extra key, because of that, something happened to that key, I would have to call a tow truck because the locksmith couldn't program it. The second thing is, I can program keys to the car with my phone, but I could not turn off the damn fleet-alik mode. The app has the option to do it, but requires a PIN number, and it doesn't even ask you for a PIN number. So, but yeah, I got it. So now, what do we got left? Decision of taking the lights off, or putting back interior in there. But probably the next thing I think is paint the doors, because I kind of want it all black. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So probably spring I'll have it painted. So that dealership down there is going to have to deal with me driving around with these magnets on the door. So free advertising. And yes, I left the magnets on when I was in the shop again. So and thankfully this time when I came into the dealer, they didn't charge me since they charged me the last time. So they did this for free today. So I'm ever thankful to Progressive. You're the man. So just saying. I would have shook their hands if I could, but because of COVID. So they really helped me out there. Technically, you're not allowed back in the shop for insurance reasons. They let me go back there, and so they helped me out. So, alrighty, peace.